Sometimes a hard rock or metal band fails due to internal personality conflicts or the abuse of drugs and heavy drinking. Other times, it is caused by out-of-control behavior with women while out on the road. But a darker element does exist, a life-sucking wormhole that many bands have entered. It has caused its share of mental despair and missed opportunity, especially throughout the 80s. Consider Saxon. They were an influence to bands such as Metallica, Megadeth, and King Diamond. Vocalist Biff Byford was undeniably a great frontman. Still, as influential as Saxon was to the scene, they never gained the notoriety that they deserved. Why? How about Coney Hatch? The band released 3 albums on Polygram and even opened 40 shows for Iron Maiden back in 1983. You've barely heard of them, right? Coney Hatch were definitely as good as most of the bands that went gold. So what kept them from achieving more? A variety of great bands didn't go the distance or broke up too early. The bands all shown here have something in common. Here's a clue. As you guessed, it has to be... For Christ's sake, didn't we learn from the horrible mistakes of the 70s? Forget the Village People. What about that dork from the band Triumph? What about those bigger dorks from Styx? Check out this clown. Sure, he doesn't have a mustache, but he might as well with that stupid hairdo. Manowar is a prime example. When they released their debut, Johnny Hamzig was behind the kit. By most people's definition, he was a cool drummer. Before the band's second album, he was replaced by Scott Columbus. What? The dude looked like a cross between a 70s porn star and a stuntman for Burt Reynolds. And so started the downward spiral. Could the mustache be what held Manowar back?
You shave that mustache off because you look like a motorcycle cop.
Something weird happened at the start of their career. Manowar had an incredible collection of songs, yet inside of 6 years, they were signed to 5 different record labels. That, to me, sounds like a serious jinx. Well, the chaps in the studded underwear certainly didn't help their cause either. Coney Hatch released 2 albums with Dave Ketchum on drums. After he left the band, they should have been looking for a member that resembled their competition, bands like Def Leppard, Kix, or Dokken. Instead, Ketchum was replaced by Barry Connors. So what did this mystery man look like? Well, he turned out to be a mixture of Neil Peart from 1977 and Sam Elliott. His look was not in line with their peers. The band was dropped from their major label within a year. Was that a coincidence? I truly believe that a 5-year-old could have figured out what didn't fit with this band. Celebrities with mustaches were popular with housewives, not with the female record buyers. As you can clearly see, even the most notorious actors with mustaches couldn't stack their hair and make it look cool. Although it's up for debate, mustaches often cause problems in the hard rock and heavy metal community.
You want answers! I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Look at Denmark's Merciful Fate. They recorded 2 of the most influential albums of the 80s. Ironically, 3 members had mustaches, and then there was Michael Denner's scruff. When they broke up in '85, was it over musical differences, or was it merely mustache mismanagement? When Merciful Fate reformed 6 years later, only King Diamond retained his mustache. Even Michael Denner bid farewell to his scruff. They released 5 additional studio albums, and they lasted twice as long as the original formation of the band. The reduction of mustaches may have helped their longevity. Without argument, Saxon were one of the best bands from the new wave of British heavy metal scene. In the first half of the 80s, they consistently released great albums. Still, those damn mustaches likely kept them out of some important metal magazines. The mustaches were preferable to Graham Oliver's gaudy white leather jacket with tassels. By 1985, heavy airplay was going to the pop-infused hard rock acts like Autograph and Bon Jovi. Groups like Crocus, Keel, and Y&T softened their sound and cheapened their wardrobe to get more visibility. Can you guess what the pussification of metal did to Saxon? Saxon began looking like an amalgam of trendy hard rock bands. Gone were the days of opening for Maiden and headlining over Metallica. The new album, Innocence is No Excuse, was full of anthems and safer themes. The album was a bit uninspired. Having a sexy woman on the cover fell in line with commercial hard rock trends. Saxon resembled just another band. The new Saxon was like watching a tacky big arena rock video. Do you see any parallels? I never thought I'd say this, but I preferred Saxon with the mustaches and the tassels. If it's truth you want, I tracked down an 80s rocker that shared his story. Due to self-pity, he refused to show his face. That's a lot of baggage to carry around for 35 years.
Our band was gaining label interest, but we couldn't get any press opportunities, all because I refused to shave off my ridiculous mustache. Looking back, I cheated 4 innocent guys out of a career. Excesses didn't kill my band. My mustache turned out to be our greatest liability. I learned a valuable lesson. You can wear your influences on your sleeve, just not on your face.
Consider the career of Bruce Dickinson. He sported a mustache while fronting Samson, a band that basically didn't do much. In 1982, Bruce shaved the mustache, joined Iron Maiden, and sold over 100 million albums worldwide. Well, in the span of his career anyway. Can you imagine him singing Run to the Hills with a mustache?
No, 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 no!
Tony Iommi and Rudolf Schenker were survivors of the mustache curse. They were in the business too long and they contributed too much great music to let it hold them back. It didn't affect Lemmy either. The only way Lemmy was getting his mug featured in Circus or Metal Edge was if he fell directly into the printing press during the production of the magazine. Not that he cared one damn bit about being in a magazine amongst all those pretty boys. Judas Priest elevated Dave Holland to assure that no one, not even the people in the elevated cheap seats, could see the creep. In addition, Judas Priest made Ian Hill stand in one place the entire night, practically glued to the floor. They kept him back by the amps, hidden in the shadows. Ian did the same dorky move, night after night, year after year. I laughingly used to call this up and down move the Ian Hill Shuffle. Stevie's got a mustache.
Shut up, kid.
Shave your face. Stevie's gonna shave it.
I wonder if I should sing Oh Sherry.
Shave the stash, man. Just shave it off.